Section 1 of England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Recording by Sonia. The World's Story. A History of the World in Story, Song and Art. Volume 10. England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. Edited by Eva March Tappan. Section 1. Elizabeth signing the death warrant of Mary, Queen of Scots, by Julius Schrader, German painter, 1815 to 1900. Painting frontispiece. This scene has been described in the following words by James Anthony Froude, the English historian. The long suspension of the sentence made it doubly difficult to enforce, but she, Elizabeth, desired Howard to tell Davison, who in Walsingham's absence was acting as sole secretary, to come to her, and to bring the warrant with him. Davison, who was walking in the park, came hastily in, and after a few words with Lord Howard, fetched the warrant from his room, placed it purposely among some other papers, and took it to his mistress. She talked of indifferent matters, and inquired what he had with him in his hand. He said he had documents for her signature, and among others one which Lord Howard had told him that she had sent for. She glanced over his portfolio, subscribed the sheets one after another, the warrant among them, and threw it with the rest upon the floor. It seemed as if she had meant to let it pass as if by accident. But if this was her purpose, she changed her mind. She spoke particularly of it. She said she had delayed so long in order to show how unwillingly she had consented, and she asked Davison if he was not sorry to see such a paper signed. He replied that he was sorry the Queen of Scots had made it necessary, but it was better that the guilty should suffer than the innocent. She smiled, went through some other business, and then bade him take the warrant to the Chancellor, get it sealed as quietly as he could, say nothing to anyone, and then send it to the persons to whom it was addressed, who were to see execution done. For herself, she desired to be troubled no further on the subject till all was over. End of section 1. This recording is in the public domain. Section 2 of England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. Read for Librivox.org by Sonia. England, Part 1. The Stuart Kings. Historical note. Elizabeth, the last of the Tudor monarchs, died in 1603, and was succeeded by James I of the House of Stuart, the son of Mary, Queen of Scots. James was King of Scotland, and by his accession to the throne of England, the two countries were united under one head. The Stuart kings were firm believers in the divine right of kings to rule as they chose, but unfortunately this belief was united with an incapacity for ruling wisely. James was succeeded in 1625 by his son Charles I, who began his reign by quarrelling with Parliament because it refused to grant him supplies to carry on an unpopular war with Spain. The result was that for the greater part of the first 15 years of his reign he ruled without Parliament, raising money by various illegal taxes and forced loans. This in itself was enough to arouse the wrath of his subjects, but he made even more trouble for himself by introducing new ceremonies in the Church, and by attempting to establish episcopacy in Presbyterian Scotland. The last measure resulted in an uprising in Scotland, and as the king was without money, he was forced to call what is known as the Long Parliament. Under the leadership of Pym and Hampden, this Parliament sternly set about the task of depriving the king of the opportunity for further abuse of his power. An ill-planned attempt of the king's to arrest the leaders of Parliament fanned to a flame the popular discontent, and resulted in 1642 in the outbreak of civil war. In this conflict, known as the Great Rebellion, the king was supported by the greater part of the Episcopalian nobles and gentry and their retainers, cavaliers as they were called; Parliament by the middle classes, the merchants and yeomanry, nicknamed the Roundheads, from the Puritan fashion of wearing the hair cut short. End of section 2. This recording is in the public domain.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?